Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Apocalypse Challenge. It's episode 37, and we are starting to finally see the end of the young children era. Now, we know we have some birthdays coming up. Obviously, it's showing 3 there. My best guess is that it's actually going to be, um, all the kids. It should be all the kids. So, Frankie aged up, uh, last episode at the end of it. So, I would say, like, a few days later is when Tiffany is going to age up, and then, of course, toddlers and infants, they age up quite frequently. So we should see all of the young children age up, and we will be also saying goodbye to the toddler era, which I don't absolutely hate, but, like, as you guys saw last time, we had a like, massive problem with, I don't know, I guess salad at this point. I don't know if salad was the problem or not or what was happening, but, like, Lincoln was not eating, and I was really stressed out there for a second because we did not go through the hardest parts of the young children era just to, like, have the children taken away, like, absolutely not, I think not. So yeah, now I'm hoping we're not going to have that problem again, and we also have our first teenager who is going to be attending high school. He's also the one who's going to destroy this book here because I'm thinking that the game will not allow anything too bad to happen to him. 'Cause yes, he's a teenager, but he's not quite yet an adult, so maybe it'll be more generous with him. I don't really know at this point, but do you remember, like, a few episodes ago, Addison had destroyed a cursed brook, and everywhere she went, she would, like, I don't know, sh catch fire, I guess. So, what we have going on here is Addison is actually helping the kids with their homework. It's a part of her aspiration. So, this was something I had chosen because I knew that she would be a parent. Now, obviously, there's, like, different kinds of family style aspirations, and I chose this one because I thought it would be the most plausible. It's the one that doesn't require $1,000 worth of kid stuff, um, because obviously there's no way that we're gonna have that in this small household that we have, okay? Like, we barely have enough room for all the kids to sleep, so, anyway, I just thought it would be super cool and that maybe we could use this. Oh my goodness, she can get this. I'm more likely to get a promotion. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, did we just purchase our first reward trade? Wow, what a momentous moment, honestly, because we have yet to have a, aspiration that has given us any form of or any substantial amount of points, I should say. And considering we can't switch them up, like, I mean, that's kinda cool. The problem is, though, you have to have kids in order to get you have to have kids in order to pull it off, and I don't really want everybody to have kids. So, we shall see. Now, I am, I think, eventually going to actually have a look and see which other aspirations can be done with what we have available. Um, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be super difficult. We chose Frankie's aspiration to be the, like, fabulously wealthy. I think the only problem we're gonna have is he gonna reach, earning 200,000 simoleons? Probably not, but, we might unlock something that could get him there, like, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like Dreamer, okay? But I don't know, I thought we should give it a try because it's something that we don't have to leave the house for, and maybe it won't work for him. Maybe we're not there yet because we haven't unlocked the criminal boss career, and that's the career that keeps us from like, keeping our money, essentially. Every Monday, we have to get rid of the money, because that's not unlocked. So eventually it will be. So maybe this will be an aspiration that will work later on, much like Mansion Baron. I'm sure we will get to a point where our home will be worth more than we could ever begin to imagine. So, um, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one a try, even if he could only get through, like, 2 levels of it, like, 2 levels of the aspiration, like, I'm thrilled with that because that should be enough to give him something, right? But yeah, so we're gonna try a few different ones. Obviously, there are some that we cannot even begin to think about, as soon as it involves a computer, it's a no. We can't do anything that is like gardening or, um, life of the party and packs and stuff like that. Like, we're not ready to do that. We can't start our own businesses. We can't do anything of the sort, and which is fine, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're not there's a lot of them that we won't be able to touch, and we'll figure it out. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be an option that we can choose that will, um, give us some points, even if it's only for, like, just enough. Like, what was that? 2,000 satisfaction points? That's not extreme. That's not a crazy amount of points that we would need to do something like that. So I think we could manage without having everyone to be, a parent. Um, but yeah, I am thinking though Tiffany will be the parent of this next gen. It's easier when you're using the female because then they'll be born into the household even though their romance isn't high enough to actually get married and have them move in. Um, if we go that route, I haven't even begun to process actually adding someone else to the house on top of these 4 kids, but it's just, like, one thing at a time, but you kinda have to at some point, right? Like, I guess I just feel like even if she met someone on the street this sounds awful. It sounds awful. I'm so sorry. Let me start again. If she falls in love with someone, but their romance is not high enough to do more than just fall in love, okay, but they can still, like, try for a baby, um, yeah, then she could still have children even though that other person is not moving in. And the problem we have with the boys, obviously, is that when we're adding a female sim to the household, um, we don't know, like, if she's a young adult, she could soon be an adult, and then it would kinda be useless in terms of a career, and, and then you've got them in the house, you've got another person in the house, and then you have to have the kids, and there's a lot that goes on. So, I just feel like having the children through the female, um, like, line would be easier at this point. Eventually, I would love for them to have, like, a big wedding, big, big wedding, big event, the arch and everything. But we're not there. Like, we don't even have a place for our like, where shall we put the arch? Shall we put it between the tombstones? Behind the rocket ship? So, yeah, we're not there yet, but I think we'll be there eventually. I think we'll be in a position at one point to, do all the finer things and yeah, we're not there. Okay, so now we're back from school, and I do think it said Frankie, like, went up a grade, which means she's now probably a grade A student, which is excellent. It means that she will be starting off her teenage years with a B. Now, I did mention last time about, like, graduating with honors, and I'm interested to see if we can pull that off with our Sims. Uh, I'm more interested to see in what it does to the for them, like, after the fact. Like, what does it look like after high school when you graduate with honors? What does it give you? And like, these lights that are flashing, it's because what is that called? The maintenance thing, the power oh my goodness, the power box, the electrical the electrical box is broken, okay? Which is why it's doing a dance, which I don't quite understand because we don't actually have electricity, but we need to keep it until we unlock, um until we unlock the handy person properly. But before we unlock the handy person, we have to do the engineering, and you have to unlock the, professor before you can unlock engineering or something of the sort, and there's a lot going on there. So, we do have, obviously, quite a few careers left to do, guys. Don't get too excited, but, yeah. So, I'm also looking at Tiffany here, and she is like, I chose Social Bunny for her because I really wanna try out the kids too, because they're not worth a huge amount of points, but it's enough to get them started, and oftentimes they offer these little traits that kinda help them in the long run, so we're gonna see what we can do, You know, I don't know. I think we'll figure it out. There's so much that we could try, but when we're so focused on doing the careers, it makes it extremely difficult to do so. Because you're like taking care of your Sims, and then there's the kids, and then there's a broken fridge again. Didn't we just do this last time? I feel like we did indeed. We've already done this in the past like episode or two. The fridge broken. That's wonderful thing. Oh my goodness, the guy from the pizza that Tiffany said hello to has come into the house to clean up the mess. Oh my goodness, if that's all we needed to do was just invite people to say hey, and they would come in and clean for us. Oh, buddy, anytime. Anytime. Just hop in. Okay, so here we go with the television. All right, and of course there's something there, so we gotta put the move objects on. Even though the fridge actually made that puddle, we cannot put another fridge there. And we are going to replace the electrical box and oh, no, we're not because we don't have enough money. We'll replace it next time, I promise. Um, yeah. Fridge was important though, guys. Fridge was uber important. Oh, Lincoln! Oh my goodness. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, so I'm also choosing the okay, let me back up. I am also choosing the social butterfly, okay, for Lincoln, because as we see with Tiffany, it's actually giving her a bit of points. So the more points she gets now, the closer she gets to that extra trait that'll be offered with the aspiration for the children, well, the closer that they'll be to getting the reward points later. Now, obviously, yes, everybody is a bit miserable, okay? I was not paying attention to how badly everyone was in the red at this point, but the good news is that we now only have 1 toddler left, and soon we will have 2 teenagers, which is kinda scary, but it's not going to be anymore because they can go to high school, so it's not gonna be scary, we're not gonna be stressed out, we're not gonna be worried about them going to school and then coming back and being dropouts or expelled or anything of the sort. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fun. Okay, we have exited the chaos vortex officially, I would say. I think we're back on track. I think Addison will be able to focus more on her career. Um, yeah, that's like we're just gonna give out some positive vibes for the rest of the week. All right. So, with those positive vibes mean that we are still getting everyone up and ready and going to eat before school, work, and all of the above. Um, technically speaking, I could probably get rid of this toddler bed that's down here, but you know what? For now, it's fine at where it is. Like honestly, but yeah. So we're gonna send everybody off, and where is she? Okay, but like it says go to work, so you're gonna go to work this time, right? Was it glitched the last time? So there we have it. So, of course, Lincoln is not gone to school because he aged up after midnight, so they don't go to school on the day that they age up. So had he done it at, like, 5 p.m., he would be going to school today, but he did not, which is kind of weird, but there it is, right? Oh, not another one of these. Okay. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Gavel smasher. So she's supposed to make rulings, all right? And that is normally done on the computer, which obviously we cannot do, but technically we are allowed. So for those of you joining for the first time, you're probably a little bit confused what I mean by that, but honestly, the off the grid system is not the same. So we don't use computers unless we absolutely have to, and with Addison in this case, we did have to have her take the lawyer's exam, so we had to go on the grid to have her use the computer to take the lawyer's exam, and then we had to go back off the grid after she had selected the option, so it's just a whole lot of work to use the computer at this time, like they seem to be doing okay, even though they're not doing their daily tasks. So we're just gonna leave it as it is for now. This generation should solve that problem, okay? This generation that is aging up, that is the apple of my eye. This is the generation that is gonna make the biggest difference for us right now. Um, obviously, they're not gonna be a doctor, okay? We're not gonna get showers. We're not there yet, guys, but they are going to unlock the 8 by 8 space. We will expand the house. We'll organize the tombstones. We'll get some wind turbines. We'll get some vacuums, like, I think it's gonna be a game changer, but just not in the full sense of the word, okay? We're not popping in a jacuzzi, okay? But will have a clean house, for example, and a house that is big enough for us to live in comfortably with, multiple bathrooms, appropriate sized bedrooms, rooms for the toddlers and the infants that we don't have to keep buying and putting in the family inventory, a real dining area where we can put a real table, like a big size table, couple rooms with double beds in them for the couples that we have, rooms for computers and chess tables and mirrors, and what else can we have? Like gym equipment. I want I want space to do that. Now, by no means is this going to be a luxury spa, okay? We can still only use the worst versions of everything, but um I'm looking forward to having more space, having it organized properly. The only thing is, so everything that it has a footprint of, anything more than 1 by 1, we're gonna have to repurchase anyway, so it's going to be a bit of a journey as we're doing it. It will take some time. It's gonna take us a while to figure out how we want the layout of the house to be anyway, so, because once we put the walls, obviously, we can't move them again, but we'll figure that out as we go, and then, for example, the beds, once we can afford to purchase one, we will buy one and put it where it goes, and then we will put the one that's currently in this area into the family inventory, and I'm thinking that maybe this area of the house we could use for, you know, a computer room, a room for the chessboards. We could have, a room with gym equipment or, just something, right? Just something. All right, everyone's gone for the day except for the youngest. The weeks should start to go by a bit more quickly than they have been as of late. All right, everybody's home. Everybody's very unhappy. Everybody's very unhappy, and of course, Dalton, the youngest, is super not pleased with us at the moment because he doesn't have anything to play with, and frankly, I can't even be bothered at this point. Just go make a mess on the floor that we'll clean it up later. Yes, would it solve all my problems to just buy him a toy? Absolutely. It sure would. Why is Megan Green calling? All right, we're gonna throw that up on the wall and then put it in the family inventory later. That goes in the garbage, up on the wall. I'm trying to remember that they can only hold certain things in their pockets, but for stuff like homework and projects, like, it's not life-saving here at this point, so is it a huge deal? Not really. Um, I do what I can, you know? I do what I think is important, okay? Okay. End of the day Wednesday. Let's recap this week. So far, nothing of import has happened except for Lincoln's birthday. I thought there was multiple birthdays this week. I'm also concerned because Addison hasn't had a promotion since the beginning of last week, maybe? Or maybe the week before? No, it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. But, like, I'm concerned. I'm concerned she's not doing her best. But I also it's hard, like I said last time, it's hard to judge, like, how far she's actually come because she has birthed 4 children, and as we know, it is miserable when the parents do that, especially right now where we don't have bottles, okay, or anything of the sort. And on top of that, she also had an early work rival. She went through a midlife crisis separately. It's a lot, I feel, and it's hard to gauge that because as we see her sister who didn't have a lot of issues and kinda just flew through her career, it's hard to compare them. So I am getting her to cloud gaze, you guys, because we can do that now. We can cloud gaze, which is so exciting. I use that all the time. It is such an easy thing to have them do to help them with fun that you don't have to buy, you know? So as long as it's not freezing or you're not in the middle of a heat wave, they're good to go. They can sit there for hours, okay, and just soak up the sun, stare at the clouds. Oh, did you guys just see that? Megan was in the light. She was in the light. I mean, she's in the light, guys, but she possessed the light. Okay, and now we're Thursday morning, we're gonna grab some food, okay, and get on with our day. This should fly by. Okay, so Dalton only has 1 day left before aging up. So hopefully we actually see him age up before we even leave by the end of this week, which is super exciting. So she's experiencing burnout, but she is pretty close to a promotion. And I think she's like what, level 7 maybe? She level 7? I think so. So she is getting there. Okay? Like she's getting there. It's taken a long time to like pick it back up after she had the kids and everything. So she will get there. All right, now everyone is going to do their homework. Dalton, darling, where are you going? Okay? Now, the problem is that she's going through a burnout. So I don't know. So I'm gonna try and start using the cloud gaze instead of the woohoo alone where I can. Um, Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to replace that. I mean, nothing replaces that. It's so quick and simple, but um, we are going to try to now use the things that are available to us. So we'll have her cloud gaze. Outside when she's stressed out, and honestly, I think it's the best way to go. I think it even makes them a little bit inspired, which is nice. Something else just to fight the negative moodlets off. And you can actually change this diaper that you have your nose turned up towards. Alright. So we're having everyone work towards their skills a little bit. It's Thursday night. So like I said, a lot of them are going to need logic and charisma. And then after that, they kinda, like, branch off. I'm sure one of them will need, like, research and debate. One of them will need fitness. After that, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Oh, brain block? You've gotta be kidding me. Okay, why aren't you sitting at the table, though? Why are you sitting on the floor? Alright, so 1 to bed, 2 to bed, and Lincoln can go to bed. I'm gonna get her to play chess for a bit, I think, because she does not have fun when she practices her charisma, so so she's gonna play for that, and then we're gonna send her to bed too, and then, oh my god, it's already Friday. Time flies when you're, like, trying to have 5 Sims survive. TV season premiere was awful. Well, that's probably because we don't have a TV. No! Oh, no, no, no. Oh, absolutely not. Somebody, anybody, we were doing really, really good again. Really good. Where is everybody? Route to safety. No, put it out. Extinguish the fire. It's spreading still. Guys, it's spreading. She's farting. Somebody put the fire out. Oh, no. 460 simoleons. We lost the chess table, which costs that much alone, and a double be like, bunk beds, the chess table, 2 chairs, and a cur and a oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. But no, 450 simoleons should do it. That should do it. That'll solve our problems. Thank you so much, home insurance. Oh. For work, Addison, because I need a minute. Oh, good. Now we've got the cursed book. That should really should really help us. That doesn't even do anything to us, does it? Mm-mm. We're good. Oh my, oh my. I'm still reeling, guys. I don't know. All right, so we did not get a promotion, but we expected that. Okay. Now I'm just looking for there it is. Look, look at all of the stuff that's burnt. I mean, luckily, we can sleep 8 people and we're only 5. So so we're fine. Everybody is still going to sleep, um, for tonight and Saturday night, as long as there's no more fires. Now, of course, I say that, and with my luck, we will most definitely have one, but with any luck, we won't. So, I'm wondering, like, maybe if we had the kids, cloud gaze together, I can't remember if it helps with their social. I feel like it does. I feel like maybe, just maybe it helps. Oh, Addison, you're in such rough shape, my love. Maybe we just needed her to go to bed at this point, like oh, she's passing out. She's passing out, I'm so sorry, darling, oh my goodness. Alright, Dalton, go to bed. Please and thank you. Actually, you know what? If you could actually just age up, that would also help, wouldn't it? If you just were no longer a toddler. Alright, getting everybody it's 8 PM. It's 8 PM and everybody is, like, in bed. Everybody's exhausted. This is a part of the fire, okay? This is the fire that caused that. PM, everybody's in bed. Love that. It's very relaxing. Look at how quiet the house is. No babies crying, no ghosts even. I'm impressed. Well, quickly, Tiffany. I was just having a little bit of a moment there. Hurry up. It doesn't take that long, honestly. No need to drip dry. Just head on back to bed now, please and thank you. Oh, and there's a ghost. You've got to be kidding me. What now? Well, you two, hurry up. You know, sometimes it's just nice to have, like, nothing to do. You're just watching chaos, just sleep for 5 seconds. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, bear phase. You know what? We've avoided that actually for quite some time, haven't we? We've had 6 and 2 is 8, and Well, one is 9 and the other one is 10. So we've had 10 kids and she is the first. I mean, technically we have 12 guys, but up until her, 10 kids, she was the first. We've had 12 kids total in this apocalypse challenge. We have invited 2 people to move in with us, and we had 1 founder sim. Well, 1 founder, and she was a wonder child. And I feel like that needs to be duly noted. Her tombstone is right at the door, guys. That's it's there. It'll be on, like, on a fireplace somewhere forever. We are forever indebted to her for unlocking the journalism career that we didn't have to roll the dice, we could just start planning. Not that it helped us extremely, because we made a lot of mistakes, okay, because I forgot some things, and then I didn't double check some things, and took us a while to get on the right path there for a minute, but, you know, we we figured it out, okay? Like I said, we'll figure it out, and we normally do. It just takes some time, that's all. Oh, I can't believe we finally hit a kid with the bear outfit. I am really interested to see, like I'm interested to see what kinda setup you need to use the bathe option in the new pack, like, maybe it'll be oh, no, 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 where's the fire? No, not again. How is this real? Come on. Holy macaroni, like, honestly, that can't be right. Mm-mm. I don't accept. Why so many fires all of a sudden? Wasn't that much dust, was there? I mean, he is suffering from the cursed book, and he's scared, which means he tried to deal with a dust bunny, so maybe there was a dust bunny? Or maybe it's just the curse from the book? It's so hard to tell, there's so much going on, like, honestly. He's scared. He's running scared. Oh, yes! Yes! Sing it from the mountaintops. The moment I have been waiting for since giving birth to the first one was the childhood era, where we can send them frolicking to school. I love this. Oh my goodness. This is exciting, guys. I'm so excited. By the way, I'm just, like, a little bit quiet today because 'cause I'm just, like, I don't know, I'm just, like, vibing. I don't know. I'm in my head a lot. When I'm quiet, it's because 'cause I'm, like, stuck in my thoughts. My apologies, okay? But, yeah, I sometimes get lost in my thoughts, in a train of thought, or something I'm planning on doing later, you know? Or what does this mean now that we have like, how can I make this easier for me? How are we gonna fix this? Okay. But yeah. So we are gonna go in and make this low maintenance meal. I know it's meant for your toddlers and stuff, but I'm wondering if it'll still work on our adults. And low maintenance means that their needs would decay slower. I'm pretty sure their needs decay slower for a certain amount of time, which would be super awesome, especially when they go to work. Um, I mean, I'm not worried about school, but if it did work and they could have that before going to work and it helped them have less, motive decay, that would be amazing. So we're just gonna test it out because why not at this point? Um, and technically we have passed the dial on Sunday, so I'm going to go repurchase everything that burnt down so that we can have a functioning household again. All right, who else am I missing? Just the mother. Oh, and there's a ghost. Naturally. Do not go wake anybody up out of the house. Do not wake anyone from the house because I will be so upset. One of them is already awake. Please hold. Frankie. Frankie. No, 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 no. Is he awake? Yes, he is. He is awake. Oh my god, he didn't sleep at all. Oh, no. Well, luckily, it's only Sunday, but it is Sunday. So until next time, see ya.